ايوه هذا كويس. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يلا نبدأ البث. أرحب أرحب يبا. إن شاء الله ما تجي لقطة زي 18 ما لها داعي.
Thank you, everyone. A humble district attorney like myself is not used to such a ringing endorsement. Even one who cut Gotham's crime rate in half. For too long, this city has burned with corruption and greed under Mayor Hill's authority. I promise you, a vote for Harvey Dent is a vote to finally put your foot down. Together, we can stamp out the fire and save our great city. If only Mr. Wayne, my campaign's largest backer, could have heard that applause, he would... Well, there he is.
أرحب بسام.
As always.
هذا.
Say hi, Bruce.
أدري هذا بسام ولا لا.
Stunned silence. Well, that's
how
Mayor Hill is going to feel when we crush him on Election Day. Thank you again, everyone, for your unwavering support. Together, we will change Gotham. Mr. Wayne, thank you for opening your house to us. Now, I know this is the biggest mansion in Gotham, but I don't think you got lost on your way here. Where were you? I know you prefer the brooding billionaire angle. So the sooner we make nice with the donors, the sooner everyone will leave you alone.
أرحب فهد. أرحب يا
No one came here tonight to see me. They want to see the Bruce Wayne, am I right?
I
can see him just fine from here. This shouldn't be. It's not a kidney stone. It's only a little FaceTime with potential donors. Your face, specifically, with a mouth that's saying, "Support Harvey Dent." We're the grease, they're the wheels.
يبقى كيف الصوت؟
Liquid courage before
كويس
facing
ولا
your
مش
adoring
كويس؟
public. This'll help you too, Bruce. Once I've turned this city around as mayor, you'll be a hero for funding my campaign. Now all I need is a decent slogan. I'm terrible at those. It always makes me sound like a used car salesman.
All right. How about a new face for Gotham?
يا أخي أنا بنبدأ أكشن يا
It's
ولد.
not bad. I'm gonna use that. Bruce, I meant what I said. Together, you and me, we change Gotham. A city free from crime, where children can play in the streets again.
That's what I want too, Harvey, but you know how rough it is out there. We have to shake things up to make that happen.
Well, we can start with a few hands, Come on.
طور الأكشن. اي والله انا ابي اكشن يا ولد.
business?
نبي بوكس
Mr. Wayne, I'd like to introduce you to
Bob
Harp.
and Regina Zellerbach. Of course I know these two.
Hello, Bruce.
Regina here is the
مرحبا،
chairwoman
مرحبا.
of Wayne Enterprises, and her husband.
Voted for Mayor Hill last time. I'll admit it, Mr. Wayne. I don't know Mr. Dent from a pothole on Main Street, but I trust your family. If you believe in Dent, we believe in you. After all, whoever you support is a reflection on you.
Well, my name isn't important. What is important is Mr. Dent's campaign.
Like
Now,
it or not, the Wayne name carries weight in Gotham.
I understand, I just don't want to throw it around.
Old families like ours should flock together, you know. Like birds.
You're preaching, dear.
فهد ترى مو
It's true.
شات
The
الواتساب.
Waynes and Zellerbachs are reminders of the golden age of Gotham.
تبي
This
تتكلم
city's
راح
luster
الواتساب.
faded years ago, Mr. Dent. Look at Gotham now. Murder in the streets, corruption in City Hall, that Cape Bat freak dealing out vigilante justice like it's the wild goddamn West.
Oh, Bobby, regarding Golden Age, seems you're getting cranky in yours. There's always hope.
Forgive me for being blunt, but one man can't save this city. And it's a dangerous mentality to think so. That's how you get creeps like this Batman, or whatever it's called.
You disagree, right, Bruce? I know that look. He disagrees. Don't worry, though. I am not doing this alone. With Bruce's help, we're replacing the dangerously unsecure Arkham Asylum with a state-of-the-art mental health facility to help Gotham's most at-risk individuals. We'll be dedicated to Thomas and Martha Wayne, in the hopes that their fate will never be repeated.
After all your parents did for this city. Oh. To be killed in a botched robbery in some alleyway. It was terrible. Truly terrible.
اوكي.
A tragedy like that at such a young age must have been crippling.
If only that deranged man had gotten the right treatment, maybe... Well, I don't like to think about maybes.
اللي يجي يجي.
And I'm sure you don't either.
Yes, well, that was a long time ago. I've moved on.
Of course. Of course.
Together, we'll help the whole city move on. Not saying I doubted you, but that went better than expected.
اسمع
It is a
فهد
night
تراك
of
المشرف.
endorsements.
كيف صوت البث؟
Well, hello.
ايوه.
Harvey Dent, Gotham's
والله
next
مرة
mayor,
سلام الحال.
and eager to know you.
Vicky Vale. Not interested. And reporter for the Gotham Gazette.
This is a private fundraiser, Miss Vale. No reporters allowed.
Well, you don't mind if I stay and ask a few questions, do you, Mr. Wayne?
Well, you can ask me whatever you want at the press conference tomorrow.
كويس.
Actually, I'm here
Alhamdulillah.
for Mr. Wayne.
Well, he certainly doesn't have any time either.
No, it's all right.
فهد
You can
اسمع
stay.
اي شيء قدامك كله كله
Bruce?
لان البث مطول
This is
حوالي ساعة
quite the
ساعتين
social
ساعة.
event, Mr. Wayne.
Oh, come on now, so formal.
ان شاء الله بهالبث نخلص.
Well, Bruce, you've been going around pleasing everyone tonight. But how are you doing? You should enjoy your own party before all the champagne runs out.
Well, I'm doing better now that you're here. Well, I'll tell you, if all these stuffed shirts weren't around, I'd give you the private tour.
ياد ما صارت ذي.
Mr.
ذا.
Wayne, you've got something on your collar. Is that blood? Yeah. It looks like...
Actually, it's lipstick.
Well, no wonder you were late. Say no more.
Do excuse me, Master Bruce, but another guest has arrived.
I'm sure they'll find the bar.
You may want to greet this one personally, sir.
Carmine Falcone? Is the Dent campaign soliciting votes from Gotham's biggest crime family?
Falcone's never been convicted of anything except being a businessman who loves this city. Excuse us, Miss Vale.
And what kind of business do you think he's in?
The one that controls enough votes to get me into City Hall. This is the necessary evil of politics, Bruce. It's in the service of a better Gotham, for all of us. at least hear him out before you kick him out? Falcone requested to speak with you directly.
I don't like this, Harv, but I'm trusting you.
Thank you, Bruce. Seriously. You know I have to pull every string I can to get elected.
Yeah, well, just make sure this one doesn't hang you.
A word of warning, Bruce? Play nice.
You know, I've been in the market for a new house. Decent walk-up, sky-high ceilings, plenty of room for my cars. I think I'll take it. Though the decor offends my eyes. Oh, man, all flash, no class.
My family built this house. It's not for sale.
Everything's for sale, Mr. Wayne. And everyone. Just need to find the right currency. Come on, Falcone. Thank you for welcoming me into your home. You're a respectable man, I hear.
Bruce Wayne.
I know who you are. The guy who's gonna sell me his house.
Gentlemen, perhaps we'll all be more comfortable in the parlor. Follow me, if you will.
You should know, Mr. Falcone, my analysts say we're raising triple what Mayor Hill had...
You'll be fine out there, Harvey. I saw plenty of skirts to keep you busy for a few minutes.
Harvey stays with us.
A man's home is his castle. I respect that. Seen and not heard.
Whatever you...
What did I say? Mr. District Attorney here wants to make sure the rules are followed. But in my experience, there's the law, and there's doing what's right. You understand? And I'd rather see Harvey actually help this city instead of just saying he will.
I understand more than you know.
Good. You look smart. You dress smart. Glad it adds up to something real.
Mr. Falcone,
No more warnings. I ain't here to chinwag about politics, Mr. Wayne. Gives me indigestion. I got enough of that as is. So, let's talk relationship. Chalk this for me. Be a pal. I can get Harvey the mayor's seat. Or I can pull it out from under him.
تمام.
Whatever happened to being a gracious host? Okay, imagine, this is me. And these are all my friends in Gotham. The businesses, restaurants, clubs, docks, unions, politicians. If Harvey gets elected. That's why I came here tonight to your lovely home, hoping to make a new friend. One who can help Mr. Dent see the light, if need be. Between your businesses and mine, I bet we employ half the city. Now, we got a good thing going, so I don't see why we shouldn't team up. For Gotham, for our city. You listen to me, kid. I know somewhere inside that tuxedo you understand this situation. Money gets money. The risks, the alliances, the hidden costs. Your father knew which hands to shake. And which to break.
Whatever you say.
You're a good kid. You look like him, you know? It's nice that we understand each other.
حق والله.
Master
والله يا
Bruce,
رجال.
your guests are leaving. I recommend seeing them out.
كيف كذا
You
يطير
wouldn't
عيونه.
want to be rude.
Hey, I appreciate the hospitality, Mr. Wayne.
Oh
But
boy.
I don't think I'll put an offer on the house. A nice guy like you should have a nice place to live. I'll be seeing you, Bruce, while this city's still standing.
Batman. ايوه استلم.
It's me.
ترى هذا باتمان.
Another brutal week in Gotham, folks. A string of home invasions rippled through the city's already crime-infested East End. Apparently, the bandits are using stolen GCPD battering rams to force their way in, with breaking and entering incidents up 40% over last year. Remember to keep those front doors locked tonight. And we have breaking news tonight. 5 criminals are in custody this evening after a break-in at City Hall. But thanks to the efforts of the Batman, the stolen items were returned.
Not all of them. Let's see what she was really after.
Allegations that Dent may have actually been involved in the break-in. Talk about dirty politics. Does Hill's campaign really think these accusations hold any water with the voters? Or will it be perceived as a desperate attempt from a flailing campaign to take down one of Gotham's most promising young politicians?
Other news. We are now on day 3 of the factory fire that will not end. Crews have given up trying to combat the blaze at the Otisburg Processing Center, owned by Ace Chemical. Still no word on what started the fire. Whatever's burning there has resisted everything the fire department has thrown at it. They're recommending people avoid the area and seek immediate treatment if you happen to breathe in any of that tar black smoke.
And one mobster's murder caused quite a headache for commuters this morning. The body of Falcone family capo Louis Pistachio Garmone was found hanging off the side of the 4th Street Bridge sometime just before dawn, causing traffic to back up for miles as the cops cut him down. Random stabbings are the latest headache for the riders of Gotham's overcrowded Skyrail cars to contend with. Gotham police are investigating multiple cases of riders receiving abdominal wounds from an ice pick or other pointed weapon while pressed into the tight quarters with fellow passengers. A few have died. Most have been admitted to Gotham General in critical condition. Police don't have any suspects at the time. 2 more patients have gone missing from Arkham Asylum, bringing the total number of escapees from the half-prison, half-mental hospital to 15 this year. Only 3 have been caught to date, but all the escapees highlight the rough, some would say inhumane conditions at the aging asylum. The latest, 44-year-old twin brother and sister Leon and Valerie Muldoon, should be considered dangerous.
The back computer should be able to read whatever pictures on that stolen drive.
Mayor Hill's Gotham Beautiful Act takes effect today, making it possible for landlords to evict tenants immediately and without cause. The new law was created in order to allow Gotham City's biggest property owners greater ability to modify and improve the city's aging buildings, some of which have been occupied by families for decades. So if you come home from work tonight and find all your stuff on the street, don't worry. It probably isn't anything you did wrong.
And if you can believe it, now you can't even trust the valets. More on this after the break.
Mayor Hill says he's tough on crime, but since his election, violence in Gotham has skyrocketed. And when he was presented with legislation that would have dismantled organized crime in the city, he vetoed it, killing Gotham's chance for a safer future.
يقعد ماشي تتمغص.
Maybe that's because the
لأن حلال هنا.
connections to some of Gotham's most...
Nearly fell off a building for this.
شوف الرجال على غفلة. محرك أقراص البيانات. شو أسوي؟ أخيرا توك أقل لي كذا من أول.
Turned out it was so important.
لا تقول لي الحين إني أتابع في التلفزيون. أجلنا.
Encrypted.
مشفر.
Wayne Manor has 7 bedrooms, 2 kitchens, a library, a
هذا
gymnasium, a
دروس ما
basketball
تسمع.
court, and a movie theatre. And yet I always
والله
find
ما
you
في.
here, in a dark, damp cave.
أحب هذا الكهف.
I'm more at home here than the rest of
أحب هذا الكهف.
Then we should
أحب
build
هذا
an 8th
الكوكتيل
bedroom
والله.
down here.
Sure, I can see the headlines now. Bruce Wayne, billionaire, entrepreneur, cave dweller.
Quite an eclectic resume. Did you find out what that Catwoman tried to steal?
Well, in the process.
What are we looking at?
Let me try a different angle.
والقوف. أنت حدك خدام. يا خريطة تدور
This is a map of the
تدور.
east side shoreline. But it could mean any number of things.
لكن تحكمهم صعب.
Weapons, drugs, everything
صعب.
flows through that port.
صعبون الأمور.
Maybe it's where Mayor Hill picks up his dry cleaning.
أبوك الشاي. ب4
Can't make sense of it yet. There's still plenty of files to decrypt.
And in the meantime, I saved you what I could.
Thanks, Al.
Yeah, the same couldn't be said for the bar. I had to literally pry Mrs. Zellerback away. But you'll be pleased to hear everyone has left, including Mr. Falcone. I would have been tempted to be far less polite. I'd recommend leaving the fistfights to your alter ego. Bloodstains are much harder to remove from a tuxedo.
Yeah. Thanks for the interruption.
And it wasn't for you, Bruce. I was worried I might drink all my good scotch. For the record, your father despised men like Falcone, thought they ruined Gotham's stellar reputation.
Back when it still had one?
It can again, Bruce. Though people like this Catwoman aren't helping. Is she new to town?
Never seen her before. Hopefully, she's just a tourist. No, I already checked the codex.
Not much to find, apparently.
Few burglaries, break-ins. Seems to lay pretty low.
You could learn a thing or two from her. You can't step outside without it ending up in the news lately.
That's not the point. I want criminals to know I'm out there. Batman isn't hiding from anybody.
Batman!
I was talking about Bruce.
Batman.
I don't mean to beat a dead argument, but...
No one's gonna figure it out, Al. Trust me.
Miss Vale
أنا
was
بصدق شغل
assurances,
ذاني.
so did Mr. Dent. If they put it together with the incident at the mayor's office, it would undo all the long nights and close calls we've endured to get here. You're in the spotlight more than ever. You have to be careful. Old men worry, that's all. It's our gift and our curse. One more worry for the list.
كيف يصعبونه؟
I thought I I saw Oz. It's been, what, 20 years? Last time I saw him, we were in grade school.
Indeed. You two were thick as thieves. Oswald, however, took that role more literally than you.
Wow.
Dishonorable discharge, illegal boxing matches, arms dealing, prison stints?
That's a criminal grand slam, if I'm using the expression correctly.
Unfortunately, you are.
Oswald claimed he only wanted to catch up, but his behavior following his family's collapse is troubling. Why he's returning now, I haven't the faintest idea.
I think he just wants to reconnect. Criminal record or not, he's still an old friend.
A lot can change over the years. If I remember correctly, Oswald was fond of the old firecrackers in the toilet trick. I worry what he's graduated to. Even though you and young Master Cobblepot used to be close, I'd advise you to be cautious. But I know you can't abandon a good mystery until it's solved.
I'll be careful, Alfred.
When you see what's become of his past...
هذا ما صار لعبة، صارت فيلم. عجلني يا أخوي. أيوة. ربحنا جائزة ويو. مرة حلوة. ولع شبالة يا محمد. واو مرة جائزة حلوة. والله انك فات صامل ما فيها اسمه فوق القبيلة. يا فهد شوف التحكم كيف. خلاص يا اخي يا التحكم صاحب وش صاحب يا ويلي الكنجات. واو يا مسحن يا ولد الحين يقول اوقف شو جاك واو. يلا انا بروح. يمشي كنا الحديقة لابوه. هذا حديقة ولا وش؟ لا تدف. بس كذا.
Great. There's the statue, but no Oz.
القصة اللي عندك ها القصة يا اركض 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 ارحمني بودينك. وجيت عنده ما طلع لي شيء. يوم رحت طلع لي شيء. اسكلم.
Watch wallet cash. But this goes through you.
سكينة بصلة.
Hey, you heard him, man.
Go ahead. Try and take it.
The hell do you say?
أيوة. أيوة. حمام.
Oz.
Keep walking, all right? This don't concern you, twerp.
You see, that's where you're mistaken. My old mate and I have some catching up to do. And you're ruining the moment! Come here!
أيوة. خذ ابلع ابلع. أيوة. ألقم. أيوة.
This used to be a nice place. No loves like you don't belong.
كف. يا شنب.
This is my park! Mine! You hear that?
اكشن بريال والله انك صادق. انا بسوي شيء اكشن.
Yeah, good as new. Woo! That was a right little scrap, eh? Nothing kickstarts the system like a dash of adrenaline, eh?
You didn't need to take it so far.
لا ما خلصت شغل الرجال. بس ترى
Others
رجال.
don't get the message unless it's beaten into them. It's been what? 2 decades.
And you know what? I haven't been mugged once that entire time.
That wasn't why I brought you here, mate. Right now, I am trying to recognize the little Bruce I used to run around this place with. Back when it wasn't, you know, like this. This park used to mean something. A place that was safe for kids, for families. People came from all over to visit.
Those were better days.
That they were. Yeah. Thought we'd grow up to be
طيب
kings.
خله يتذكر ابوه.
Both of us.
لا شركة شوي. ايه هذا يتذكر هذا يتذكر. اكرم.
Mum committed to Arkham. Dad ended it yourself, he did.
تسل.
My family's fortune.
What the hell تسل.
I know. Alfred told me.
It's funny, huh? Same place that ground my family to dust. Gave you the good life. Used to run in the same circles we did.
أنا آسف يا مدري وشو. عطى تسليك واحد. أنا آسف.
I'm sorry, Oz. No one should have to go through that.
Thanks, Bruce. But we are not the only ones suffering. Good to know you haven't changed, Bruce.
الحين يجي واحد أنا عندي سكينة أجيب فلوس.
Although I was surprised to see Carmine Falcone at your party last night. Made himself right at home. That oily.
ما بتكلم.
Wish I could punch that grin into the back of his throat.
ما بتكلم.
Let him choke on it. What? You got nothing to say?
ما في سكت.
Falcone made
ما
a
في
stack of
كان.
casual corpses a mile high. ruining
فسقط من
families.
زمان.
All he needs
بس
is a
بضغطك.
little push.
يا ولد سكب.
And
سكب يرحمني وديك. ما يسكب.
it'd be a treat to watch him hit pavement. Sorry, mate. This reunion got a lot more grim than I planned.
قصدك على السوالف ولا على
Soon, no?
هذا ما ادري وشو.
A revolution is knocking on Gotham's door.
يتكلم ويو.
And I'm here to let it in.
يعطونك خيارات.
Which brings me to you, Bruce. You see, you throw a rock in any direction, you break a window that Wayne Enterprises owns. As the rich and powerful go, oh, you top Gotham's list. But when my revolution starts, we're gonna smash windows and cross off names all the way down.
ما بتكلم.
Like I
قصدك
said,
على هذه
it's not
بعد.
gonna be pretty. It's
هي
gonna be
زي
beautiful.
المثلث.
And I can't wait to
شو
get
يسكب.
started. Am I getting through to you, Bruce? I've got great affection for you, Bruce. I really do. Which is
نشوف
why
عندنا اعدادات.
when this whole thing
ما
starts,
في.
make
ما
sure
في قاعد يضغط كل الازرار. يا. كلم انك انكب
Good
الحد.
seeing you, Bruce, but I got
معروف.
some rocks to collect. Cheers.
يقولونك والله لا تشوف. اقسما بالله لا تشوف.
Mr. Wayne, over here, right here.
This way.
Bruce!
Morning, Mr. Dent.
Hey, Bruce, you mind if we swap cars? I mean, mine isn't fast and the paint's rusting off, but boy, does she have charm. We didn't bring you all out here to discuss cars, honestly. Now, we're here at Arkham Asylum. Ever since it opened its doors, Arkham has been a breeding ground for the criminally insane. Its methods for rehabilitation proved, its security lacking. And we're still, those who do get out, or God forbid escape, more dangerous than before they went in. Arkham Asylum is a cancer on Gotham. But today, with a sizable contribution from this man here, we break ground on a state-of-the-art mental health care facility. One that will improve the well-being of Gotham and its citizens for years to come. And Mr. Wayne has a few words he'd like to say. Bruce?
I'm here today because I want to heal Gotham. To stop the culture of crime that's running our streets. You know, when I was 9 years old, my parents took me to see a movie about a hero in a mask. It was a hero who stood up to oppression and defended the people from injustice, no matter the cost. That night, my parents paid the ultimate cost defending me from a man who needed the kind of help this new facility will provide. With this facility and our next mayor, we create a new face for Gotham.
Today, on the anniversary of that fateful night, we dedicate this facility to Thomas and Martha Wayne and usher in a new era of healing for Gotham.
I'm sure you all have plenty of questions about the new hospital, so let's open it up. You first, Miss Vale.
Thank you. With the opening of this new hospital, what does this mean for Arkham Asylum? What happens to the old building?
We should tear down the walls and erase it from the map. I don't want us lingering on past
يا أخي سوف يتذكرون ذلك. طيب إيش أسوي لهم؟ إيش أسوي لهم؟
All right, who's up next? You there.
Mr. Wayne, Julia
كل واحد شيء سوف يتذكرون هذا. سوف يتذكرون.
Carmine Falcone into your home. You even shook his hand.
Well, I think Mr. Falcone is a voter just like anyone else in this city. He came to learn about Harvey Dent, your next mayor. Next question.
Please keep your questions on topic, people. We're here about the hospital, remember?
Mr. Wayne, this morning the Globe received evidence of an offshore bank account managed by Carmine Falcone and your father, Thomas Wayne.
What exactly are you implying?
Transactions connected to organized crime going back years and continuing to this day. The paper trail ties your family directly to the mob. Care to comment?
لا تعليق.
How dare you? I just finished telling you about my parents' murder and you accuse them of being what? Criminals? Have some decency.
Mr. Wayne! Mr. Wayne!
خلاص يا رجال وش تبي؟
Family legacy built on lies?
Did you know about this, Bruce?
How long has your family been dealing with Falcone?
What aren't you telling us?
My parents were entrepreneurs, philanthropists, not common criminals. It's absurd.
Mr. Wayne! Mr. Wayne!
يا رجال انقل. هاطلع من حياتي.
Did you know about this, Bruce?
What aren't you telling us?
I'm sorry about this, Bruce. I don't know where the hell it's coming from. Damage control's my territory. We'll talk later. Everyone, please settle down. I'll be fielding your questions from here on out. Please, let's try to keep this civilized.
Bruce, I've been trying to reach you. The police are inside the manor.
ويو مقابلة طيب جائزة ويو التلفون جائزة قالت خذ جائزة ويو ما كان صوت أعرفه يا رجل.
Hey, careful! Put it back.
I'm afraid we can't, Mr. Wayne.
Says who?
This warrant.
مذكرة الواجب.
I'm sorry, are you arresting me?
Not unless I'm forced to. We're only collecting evidence today.
I didn't do anything.
That's what we're here to find out.
Alfred, keep an eye on them. Make sure they only take what they have to.
Of course, sir.
I meant what I said about not personal. We only want files related to Wayne Enterprises. The warrant covers your place, pardon me, places of residence, and any companies you own.
And if I refuse?
Well, then we might have to make a scene. That's the last thing I want. But orders are orders, and this one comes from the top. It's a valid warrant. I gotta serve it. Mayor Hill signed off on this himself. As long as he's mayor, he calls the shots.
The DA is going to hear about this.
Unless Harvey becomes a mayor, there's not much he can do. Can't smile this thing to death. I don't know how your neck ended up on Mayor Hill's shopping block, but here we are.
Hill knows if I go down, Harvey's campaign goes down too.
That'd be a real shame. Mr. Dent's the only DA I ever trusted to make a conviction stick. As mayor, I think he can finally turn things around for us. For all our sakes, I pray you've got nothing to hide.
صورة ويو
Bruce, stay back.
بروس
Take whatever you want.
You don't
يا
need to do
بروس
this.
طخوا بعدين طاحت الأوراق وسالوا ما لماك
Bruce?
وش طبي
I didn't mean to interrupt, but...
أنا مشغولة
This is the second time you've shown up uninvited.
Well, it's difficult to book a meeting with you.
Well, I enjoy my privacy.
Enjoy.
Ha 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 ha
Past
ha
tense.
ha ha.
Sorry, but if the press has their way, you're not gonna have any for a while. Listen, Bruce. A scandal surrounding a beloved family like yours captures the public's attention.
هذه النسخة من
I can help you
2015
get
من
the right
2016
kind of attention. Through my connections at the Gazette, I have all kinds of access.
What's your angle?
Not all reporters just want a headline. Some of us are old-fashioned.
اسمع فهد ايش رايك اخلي
The Gazette
ترى
received
اخذت
this
من اللعبة
supposed
هذه كاملة
evidence like
بالبث
every other
هذا
media outlet, and it's all hearsay. Flimsy sources. There isn't a shred of hard proof.
Still, allegations like this, they don't magically
الحين
appear.
مرت نص ساعة
Someone is going after my
البث
family, after me.
Obviously, the sender didn't identify themselves. We have no idea who it could be. I mean, no one's even done their due diligence on this yet.
Hill will stay out of the picture because with my backing, Harvey wins in a landslide. All signs point to him.
You're a kingmaker, Mr. Wayne. And Harvey Dent is Gotham's knight in shining armor just waiting for the crown. You're the first target on Hill's list.
ما ادري أنت مضيف على الفاضي.
This scandal will be broadcast to every screen in Gotham. Everyone will be talking about it.
This isn't my first pass through the rumor mill. I know the damage it can do.
Then go on the record. Right here, right now, and stop it. You need to get out ahead of this. Your side is what matters, not wild speculation.
Turn it off, Miss Vale.
Oh, but Bruce...
Until I know what's going on, I am...
يا أخي خلها تتذكر ذلك. تذكري.
You're gonna beat this, Bruce.
إيش رأيك إني أتابع ون
Wayne's
بيس؟
always come out on top.
Goodbye, Miss Vale.
والله كيفك والله.
I hate to admit it, but
ترى أفضل إنك تكون معي. خليك بجنبي لا تخليني.
Batman has made plenty of enemies, but my family... We've done nothing but support Gotham, even in its darkest days.
All this on the anniversary of your parents'...
It's not a coincidence. Harvey's the district attorney. He should have told me this was coming.
Then find out why he didn't.
أيوه.
A warrant? What the hell's going on? Wait, does this have to do with what the reporters were talking about this morning?
You tell me.
Shh, come on, keep it down. Let's avoid making another scene, shall we? The press is already up my ass as it is.
Mayor Hill authorized this?
Yeah, then the cops raid my house, taking everything related to Wayne Enterprises. Computers, hard drives, files.
Oh, son of a bitch.
You're the goddamn
DA. I didn't know about this, I swear. Hill totally blindsided me on this one.
God damn it.
Well, that's just not good enough, Harvey.
Listen, I'll look into this, I swear.
ألفاظ ما ظريفة.
I just don't get it. Why would Hill stick his neck out over this? Just to tangle you up in some frivolous investigation?
أبو خشمك يا شيخ.
It just doesn't make sense. I mean, what could he possibly hope to accomplish other than a few cheap headlines?
Do you think Falcone could be behind it?
He didn't seem too thrilled after the fundraiser. Oh, God, what a mess. Bruce, I wish I could just make this go away, but I'm not sure if I can. If I get in the way of this investigation, Hill would be able to spin it as a conflict of interest. And that wouldn't be good for either of us. It would jeopardize the entire campaign. I'm sorry I can't do more, Bruce. My hands are tied.
There you are.
Hey, you?
Sorry. I got a habit of being late.
No, just glad you made it.
أبوك يا شيخنا أبوك.
You didn't tell me you were bringing your friend to dinner.
This is Selena.
I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Just election nonsense. I think we'd both welcome a change of topic.
Have we met before?
والله فايز وقت تجي لقطة لكن الحمد لله ما جت.
What a treat.
لقطة ما ظريفة.
It's a strong grip you've got there. Don't worry. I'm not gonna fall.
Oh, sorry.
Selena's new to town.
ايه هذه الخطوة هذيك والبث الماضي الخطوة بس خطوة.
Well, if I lose the election, I guess I can drive one of those double-decker tour buses around town.
I'd take that ride. If only everyone was as welcoming as you. I was mocked. I'm just angry I let that masked freak get away with all my stuff.
I still can't believe I let you walk home alone. I should have called you a car.
It's not your fault.
It's probably long gone by now, whatever that idiot took.
Well, I hope not. These were important materials.
Ooh, sensitive?
Very. I don't know how I'm gonna explain this to my client. When things like this happen in my line of work, people tend to overreact.
We should just be thankful you got away with a black eye. It could have been worse.
At least I'm not the only one who's taken a beating. That press conference? Oof.
We've got it under control.
Do you?
I'll handle it. Someone at my office has to know what's going on. Excuse me a moment. Hey, it's Harvey.
ايوه يطير
Nice to meet the real you. This explains a lot, actually. How you can afford the fancy armor, the toys. Wouldn't Harvey be surprised? Not to mention everyone in this cafe. Don't worry. I'm not gonna.
طيب متى ألعب؟ أبى ألعب طيب أبى ألعب.
I'm curious about something though. I do what I
أنا
do.
بلعب طيب.
But you're Bruce Wayne. What's your excuse?
أبى
I
ألعب.
have to. But you.
أبى ألعب معكم.
I don't need one. I do this because I can.
يا أخي تذكر جدة بعد. أبى ألعب معكم. أبى ألعب.
Silly me. You have something that belongs to me. I want it back. This is awkward for me. I'm used to robbing people, not the one being robbed.
As I recall, you took something from me, too. Hope you're getting some use out of that grappling gun.
I'm more interested in how I can use you. These people I'm working for, they don't screw around. If I fail to deliver that drive, it's gonna cost a lot more than money.
Looks like you've made your bed.
No, we've made this bed, and I'm not gonna lie in it alone. You owe me. If they don't get what they want, there will be consequences.
I don't owe you anything. As far as I'm concerned, you're on your own.
يا أخي تذكر جدة
I
بعد.
was hoping we could work together.
Sorry. I'm a solo act.
Listen, I don't have a lot of time. My employer is expecting me to drop it off.
Where?
Just give it back.
The address. Now.
No. Give me the drive.
يا ولد.
You are really starting to piss me off.
Oh, there you are. I was hoping you'd come out and play.
أيوة سوقها.
Down. Now.
سوقها كف.
My contact. He'll be expecting a cat, not a bat.
When are you supposed to meet him?
15 minutes ago. Better hurry.
Everything okay here?
You tell me.
I have my people working on it. We're gonna straighten everything out.
I feel better already. Sorry, but I've got to run.
So soon? Aren't you gonna stay for a drink?
Yeah, Bruce. Stay for a drink?
I'd love to, but I've got another appointment and I really don't want to be late for it.
Oh, all right then. Don't forget to change into your suit.
Batman. Batman. Batman.
I'm at the warehouse. No sound.
Batman.
Woman's
Batman. Batman.
It's quiet.
Stay on guard. الله الله حيه لا مفهوم. يا ويلي.
This wasn't a handoff. It was a massacre.
How many?
I'd have to count the pieces.
Oh, good Lord. Who could have done such a thing?
That's what I'm gonna find out.
Gordon, East Side Docks, Warehouse 133.
Analyzing. It's a volatile chemical. Potential psychoactive nerve agent. Vile stuff.
Be very, very careful with that. Who knows what effects it may have.
Have the computer catalog the compound for further analysis.
As you wish.
Nothing left to
خلاص
bury.
كده. حلال امشي امشي. فقط إذا حطيته كذا. أيوة.
Whatever exploded did so with force to obliterate the person standing next to it. The chemicals themselves were inert.
هذا شرطي كذا. بعدين يصير تمام بعدين يصير هذا
I'll see
بعدين
what I can
يموت.
piece back together. I've seen these outfits before. Same mercs that broke into City Hall.
أنا يموت.
The canister exploded, sending shrapnel right through the container door.
For once, I'm glad you arrived after the heist. Your armor wouldn't have protected you against that.
أيوة. كفو كفو كفو. بعدين.
Looks like a bullet started this.
A normal bullet couldn't have caused that explosion.
Doesn't appear normal. The point of entry's melted.
طب وش أربطه؟ أيوه. والله أنا فنان. أنا فنان بس ما حد يدري. أنا شو أسوي الحين؟ ها؟
The scrap of metal is from the exploded canister. But I need to know what caused the explosion.
أصبر. أتوقع إذا وديته كذا تحريات كلب صح؟ طيب ايش اسوي الحين؟ اخلص.
The scrap of metal is from the exploded canister.
ابن حلال عايزين.
But I need to know what caused the explosion. The scrap of metal is from the exploded canister.
يا ربي.
But I need to know what caused the explosion.
الحمد لله. ويو.
Canisters were stored here. Canisters of what? The scrap of metal is from the exploded canister. But I need to know what caused the explosion.
أنا شو أسوي الحين؟ يا ولد. ما يجي عندك تحليل؟
White Rose.
الوردة البيضاء.
Falcone's calling card.
He's been busy as of late.
Send the drones hunting. I want to know his every move.
Good thinking, sir.
شو أسوي الحين؟
The scrap of metal is from the exploded canister. But I need to know what caused the explosion.
أبوك 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 يا محروق.
This man's been badly burned. The damage seems to originate from inside his skull. What did this?
لا.
Sensors say it's an incendiary round. Phosphorus residue. This could have superheated the contents of the canister,
causing the aforementioned boom.
Blood, broken nails, bits of human flesh.
تقول نجد إلا هذه.
The bullet that killed the cop is the same type that blew up the canister.
I'm sure they didn't find that at a local gun store.
It appears military.
لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. اصبر اصبر، تقدر تقول أمي هذه جت على هذا. طيب خلني هذا العنصر كلمة أكثر هذا الرابط.
That bad?
يا ويلي.
Face slashed, throat torn open.
So, not natural causes then.
تقدر عرفت.
Skyline Club.
النفسي تلك عن نفسي. يعني يعني لو تخلي هذا البث ساعة والبث الجاي ساعة راح يكون كويس.
اصبر بحل هذه المرحلة بعدين اطفي البث. اصبر. ما عاد شايف الوجه صح؟ اصبر يا ابن حلال. ايش بأمك؟ في ربط.
Doesn't add up.
يا عبد الله شو اسمه لقت معي. أروح طفل بقى. طبعا هذه النهاية. وين هذه النهاية؟ شكرا على مشاهدتكم. لا تنسون اللايك والاشتراك. أهم شيء فعلوا الجرس. وأحلاما سعيدة وشكرا لكم على المشاهدة. مع